Hey everybody, Sean from Movie Assault here, and it's time once again for another episode of the Halloween 15. This time out, it is episode 8 of the 2022 collection. And this time out, I'm going to be reviewing Halloween Ends from 2022. This just actually appeared on Peacock and in theaters today. I'm recording this on Friday, October 14th. I was going to say February for some reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, this is, of course, the sequel to Halloween Kills, which is the sequel to Halloween, which is the sequel to the 1978 Halloween. And if you watched the Halloween 15 last year, you know that I did not like Halloween Kills at all. I thought it was a needless sequel to the 2018 Halloween. I don't believe that the 1978 Halloween deserved, or well, not that it didn't deserve a sequel, but it didn't warrant a sequel. It was a fantastic standalone movie all on its own. But of course, we know that the Halloween series has basically blossomed into this long-running, mostly messy series that's gone through many iterations over the years. Well, the 2018 version came along, wiped out all of the old sequels and made itself a direct sequel to the original. Halloween Kills came along. It was a sequel to that. And basically it kind of put off the ultimate final confrontation between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode, which it promised to deliver, but never did. Well, Halloween Ends is now promising to deliver, and it does, but it does it in a really random, weird way. And I don't want to spoil anything about Halloween Ends. One of the things that I do try to pride myself on is not spoiling too much in my videos, if not anything. So I don't want to go through an entire plot summary. By the way, say hello to Myrtle, who is my guest today, and she'll be my guest for the next video as well. But anyway, I don't want to rehash the plots. I don't want to get into all that. But what I will say about Halloween Ends is that director David Gordon Green and his co-writers have come up with a very creatively interesting curveball to throw at audiences for the conclusion of this new Halloween trilogy, while promising this final confrontation between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. And what they end up delivering is just a complete failure of a gamble, for lack of a better way to put it. Things start out promising with an introductory scene where we meet this Corey Cunningham character played by Rowan Campbell. It's very promising. It's very suspenseful. It's creatively written. And then we jump to the present day, 2022, when we find Laurie Strode living in her new house with her granddaughter, granddaughter Allison, played by Andi Matichak. And everything looks like she's putting the Michael Myers thing to rest. There don't seem to be many consequences from what happened in Halloween Kills, but we just sort of pick up in 2022 and carry on, and then Laurie Strode meets the Corey Cunningham character, and that's really where the bottom falls out of this movie. It's got some of the worst dialogue I've ever heard in recent memory. It is full of characters that are built on tropes from 80s slasher movies. And even though this is a series that's been built on what could be arguably a supernatural character, so you've got to suspend your disbelief a little bit, there are situations in this movie that make zero sense, or just take incredible leaps of faith to comprehend. It really feels like the fact that there were 4 writers on this, they all came together with different ideas, and rather than trying to streamline everything, they just threw everything into the mix. And when we do get the final confrontation between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, it's really underwhelming. This movie is confused, it's muddled, it's boring, and most heinously of all is that it's not even the least bit scary. And I realize that Halloween, the Halloween series, all the Halloween movies are pretty much critic proof. Nobody's going to stop going to see this movie because I or anybody else said that it's not worth going to see. But it's really not worth going to see. I was so disappointed by this. I thought because Halloween, the 2018 Halloween was so good that Halloween Kills was so disappointing that this one, there would have to be a payoff for sitting through the middle part, the second installment of this trilogy. And there was just no thought put into this whatsoever, or too much thought maybe, I don't know, but whatever they did, they didn't do the right thing. So Halloween fans, hardcore fans, are going to love this. I've already seen on Twitter where people were giving it a 10 out of 10 and saying it's fantastic and they're so glad they saw it and yada, yada, yada. It realistically, they're entitled to their opinion. They could love it. As just me, in my opinion, I thought it was terrible. So I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. There you go. That is my review of Halloween Ends from 2022. Stay tuned for the next episode, episode 9 of the Halloween 15, which will be It Came From Beneath the Sea from 1955. Thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Comment below and tell me why. Just don't be a dick about it. Thanks.